All right, it's that time of year again. Time to make your New Year's resolutions. They're easy to say, harder to do, and most of us have made a few we weren't able to stick to. So, as always, getting healthier will be on a lot of people's list. Our medical expert, Dr. Karl, is here with a few tips. So, look, smokers, that's a big one, right?
That is a big one. And, you know, I guess maybe the bottom line that we should say here is that it's great when people have that enthusiasm around New Year's because they want to harness that energy and make a change. The thing about quitting smoking, though, is that it takes multiple attempts for a lot of people before they're successful. In fact, I work in a smoking clinic. We help people quit smoking. And one of the stats we give out is that it takes about 6 or 7 attempts for the average person to be successful in quitting for good.
And one of the big concerns is weight gain, right? People have the assumption that if you quit smoking, you gain weight. Nobody wants to gain weight.
Well, that's true. Now, for some people, that is true. There is an issue with weight gain. But I think the myth here is that happens to everybody, and that's not the case. We do know that smoking cigarettes is an appetite suppressant. So for some people, they tend to eat less when they smoke. But that's not always the case. What you can do, though, is just sort of approach the whole weight gain issue in the same way that you would if you were trying to just lose weight if you weren't a smoker. And that is, you know, focus on physical activity, the calories that you take in, but also keep in mind that obesity and overweight is a complex medical condition. So it's not like, you know, you're going to go on a diet and then all of a sudden be a normal weight and then you're done with it. This is about changing your habits, changing your approach to eating and physical activity.
And physical activity is a really big deal for, you know, alleviating stress too. So realistically, how can people live a stress-free life?
Well, that's probably impossible to get all of the stress out of your life. That's not going to help. And in fact, some stress is healthy. You need stress to motivate you, to make you be on time for work or reach your deadlines and so on. But when stress becomes too big of a burden, when it gets to the point where it's affecting your physical or mental or emotional well-being, that can be a problem, and that may be a time to seek professional help. Now, you know, what you should do really is follow all of the usual healthy habits that we talk about. Get your exercise, get enough sleep, eat well. All of those things are going to help you to manage your stress, and don't be afraid to kind of lean on people, whether it's health professionals, family, friends. Don't take everything on yourself. The same advice we gave during the holidays applies year-round.
And one of the things that I find realistic is trying to meet the goals that I would set for New Year's resolutions, because realistically, how many people stick with them? So, do you have anything up your sleeve to help us?
Well, let me just leave you with 3 ideas about how to make change and make that change permanent. The first step is setting realistic goals. So don't bite off more than you can chew. If you have a big goal, break it down into smaller goals and give yourself enough time to reach them. Number 2, make sure that that you understand that change is a process. It's not something, again, that you're going to flip a switch and everything's going to change all, you know, right away. And there may be setbacks. You quit smoking for, you know, a month and then you have a cigarette. Don't throw everything away. Don't throw away all your progress, because there are going to be, you know, victories and some setbacks. And the last one is, you know, get help, get support. Get a support system in place, whether, again, it's health professionals, family, friends. Don't do it alone. And you know what? For quitting smoking, one thing that we found that is very effective is get a buddy. If you're trying to quit smoking, you happen to have a friend who's also trying to quit, the 2 of you can try to do it together, support each other, use all those tools together, and actually maybe make it fun together.
That, I don't know if it's going to be fun, but
may not be.
That's stretching. Thanks, Dr. Karl.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year.
And to you too.
At CBC medical specialist Dr. Karl joining us in studio. Well, there's no doubt